Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Here is the end of this week, head into Memorial Day weekend, and then we only have a few more days May to talk about. But the focus here on the end of this work week is some quieter conditions, especially noting that Thursday and even extending that to a Friday forecast of some quiet conditions with some breaks of some sunshine. But we will be noting that we are expected for the holiday weekend to move back into some widespread rains. And with those widespread rains, we'll talk about some moderate impacts possible due to some of those moderate to heavy rain showers, as well as some breezier conditions. And as we lift into those wet conditions, note that we're seeing that signified in our precipitation outlook that is expected to take us into the end of this month, as we are in that 10-day now countdown to the end of the month, as this precipitation outlook looks at the 27th through the 31st. So we're looking at the pretty much of next work week there, continuing some wet conditions that will return over the weekend. And unfortunately, with the wet conditions, we continue to hold on to the cooler than normal temperature trend as well. We really haven't seen any big breaks of some strong warming, and that is going to continue to be the trend here with that wet weather. Now for our Thursday, high tide is at 9:38 in the morning and then 10:16 into the evening hours. We will see that a morning low 45 is expected to a high 53, so still trending slightly below normal there in the afternoon hours, but we may get some better chances of maybe at least knocking that temperature up a few degrees, with us being able to see some breaks of sunshine to keep us a little bit more seasonable. Now we will note that there still may be an isolated shower, especially the morning hours possible, but really a lot of the forecast is breaking into some times of some sunshine. As we even look at the forecast, not a lot of their reflectivity on the board, trying to pull us into more gaps of that sunshine around. Now we do see some of that reflectivity there off towards more of those central Gulf waters, and as that low continues to drive to the south, it will have some potential to lift some of that southeasterly moisture into the southern panhandle come Friday. Northern panhandle still trying to hold on to some of those quiet conditions, but then eventually we'll see another area of low merge with that one, which will then lead into more widespread rainfall potential that's going to take a hold throughout the weekend forecast. So for Thursday, we'll enjoy some breaks of some sunshine that we are looking at when daylight is at 17 hours and 16 minutes. High temperatures, again, mainly around those low to mid 50s. Again, if we can get some better breaks of some sunshine and hold that environment a bit drier, could see some uptick in those temperatures, even some more of those mid 50s around there Friday, even trying to get to those upper 50s. Those southern panhandle will gradually return to those rain showers, and then we will talk about moving into some of those potential of moderate impacts, especially closer to Sunday. We'll start to see that system formulate Saturday, and then that more widespread pattern where we will have that rinse and repeat setup of those cooler than normal temperatures into the 50s, rain showers, and some breezy conditions as we roll into next week.